So, what up, legends? If you're still in your 20s, you need to hear these things that we're going to be talking about getting goals and how should you spend your 20s. I'm still in my 20s and we only live in your 20s once. So, make sure, legends, you use your 20s. Talk to the girls you have always wanted to talk. Take care of yourself. Wear nice clothes, put nice colognes, attract all the girls. You don't chase anybody, you attract. You take care of your hair, you take care of your body, your mind. You eat the greatest food, like, man, and you focus less on work because no matter what it is, if you don't go on an adventure in your 20s, you will never have that energy to go on adventures. If you don't have the ball to talk to a girls in your 20s, you will not have that adventure when you grow old, because you know what? In your 20s, you can fuck around and still get away with it because you're still young and people will pardon you for it. But when you get old, you'll not have these things. At nighttime, go out and talk and party and then live life. Don't You only live once and you will not have this energy no more when you grow old. So, I'm in my 20s and I lived my life. I fucking lived my life and it's still time to live. So I'll live my life to the fullest. If I wanted to go talk to somebody, I'll go and talk it. When I go, my head is all the way up. I don't put my head down. Like in your 20s, you should have a high urgencies. No excuse to call. Treat those years to make or break window. So in your 20s, it's a make or break window. So we're going to be talking about all the things you can see from the internet, and we're going to be gathering everything together so you have all the greatest people in mind. But remember, different peoples have different opinions. So we're going to be detail everything and see how you can build the greatest life of your 20s. We're going to be taking advice from Hamza. We're going to be taking advice from Harmozy, all the YouTube celebrities. We're going to be listening to everybody and do a detailed background to make our 20s the greatest we could ever do. Okay? Are you ready for this? This will change your life. The advice, we're going to be putting everything together into one place and giving you and make a secret sauce, just like the McDonald's has a sauce. Remember, they never tell anybody, but all the people who are watching these videos will figure out. Basically, this video will cover everything else that's in the market right now. Okay, but one of the things I wanted to tell you though, so in your 20s, a couple of things you need to have. You need to have a high urgency. Okay, so because you have the energy in this age, you have the energy. Okay, let me write down. Have the energy. In this age, you have this energy that you'll never have. So that's why you need to have high urgency. This is one, right? Number second is gonna be your make or break window, right? We're gonna be talking about this. This will be your make or break window, okay? High urgencies, make or break window. Like, why do we say this is make or break windows? Because if you cannot pull it off something in this age, you'll never be able to pull it off when you grow old, because you'll not have the energy to do something else. Keep risking everything. Keep risking everything. Keep risking. Keep risking. Keep risking glory. Keep risking glory in this age. Glory in this age. Be bold. There is a saying that fortune favors the bold mind. Alexander the Great said, "Fortune favor the bold mind." So we're probably gonna be taking some example. Alexander the Great, fortune favor the bold, right here. The greatest glory in living lies not in never failing, but in rising every time you fall. There is nothing impossible to him who will try. So try everything, because right now you have this time and vitality that you will never have. So you have it right now. So try, keep risking the glory, and you pull it off. Okay, so now we're gonna be getting a little bit deeper now. Okay, we're gonna be seeing all the things that we can see right here. Okay, so now we're gonna be taking all the detailed study from all the successful people of what they're saying, how you should spend your 20s.
Live them up and become an underskilled 30-year-old, or you work them up and become an underlived 30-year-old. You just have to figure out which you'd rather be, accept the trade-offs, and know that there are no do-overs.
There are more people that I have met in my life who are dissatisfied by their live-it-up 20s than dissatisfied by their work-it-up 20s. Because what you thought live 'em up in your 20s was actually your mom and your two homies who are both mediocre, and you don't care about their opinion now when you're 30 anyways. But what a waste of a life it would have been to, quote, live up your mom's dream or your friend's dreams, to then only get to your 30s and realize you didn't live it up and you also didn't work it up. And now you have neither.
All right. Man, that got some secret sauce. I gotta tell you something. I want you to think that you're in your 30s. Like I'm in my 20s, okay? Let's talk about this. I'm in my 30s. When you're in your 30s, your energy decreases. Your energy goes down. Right? Your energy goes down. Your health goes down. Your energy goes down, your health goes down. What else? Oh, guys, I'll be back in one moment. So, your energy goes down, your health goes down, right? So, now, your ability to be bold goes down too. because people will judge. You'll get more judged. You'll get more judged, and you'll have more responsibilities. Lity. You'll have more responsibilities. So you see, all these things, your health, your boldness goes down, your responsibility goes up. So basically, like if you look at it, is that you're 30, you will not have this energy you have right now. You'll not have this health you have right now. You won't be able to become bold, because if you become bold or sing in the street, people will judge you because because you're too old, and people will say, hey, behave, because you're not a child anymore, and you will have more responsibility. I don't know if you're gonna get kids and stuff. So like you basically lose everything. In your 30, you basically lose everything, man. 20 is the time to live. So for all the people out here telling you that 20 is the time to work and yourself, no, bro, you gotta fuck around and figure out in your 20s, man. I'll just give you one example. For a while, I didn't really go outside. Like at the nighttime, you have this like young crowd that goes at a certain place. They gather all together. I haven't been going there for about a year now. And then now all of a sudden I realize, holy fuck, I was working at a job I didn't even like. I wasted my energy. Right now I'm in my 20s. I only have a couple of years left. Like, what am I doing? Like, I don't even have it, like, like, because all the friends and stuff, like I'm lacking everything, because like I don't really have much friends, because I'm fucking busy in the work, because I don't have time for them. At the end of the day, I'm tired after the jobs and I don't have time for them. So what do? I'm actually losing my social life, and it's never gonna get easier. As I grow old, it's gonna be even more responsibilities. Right now, what I have, I'll not even have this one. So why not? I'm living up to it. Because right now is the time. If I live like I could just live a life, like in your 20s, you should be spending like a broke and just talking to everybody you want to talk, because you can get away with everything, because you're still young, like you'll not have this energy, man. When you're 30, this is the biggest lie people tell you, is to like work and build yourself. No, you need to have experience to live by. And right now is the time to have all this experience. It's not time for work. I'm telling you, don't listen to your parents. Like Amosi says, your parents, you're not gonna, because they don't align with what you have, So when you grow old and you listen to your parents, and you look back and you'll say, no, I should not live that way. So live in your own terms, because you will have a lots of responsibility. You will have a lots of stuff coming up when you go in your 30, and then you'll have to take care of those things. But right now is the time you have to actually live it up. I don't care, like, drink whatever you want to drink, go whatever you want to go, visit, and have a greatest life. So this is one of the things that we just learned. Okay, we're gonna see the second thing right now. We're gonna listen directly from the G. Oh, this one was the greatest one, man.
Worthy of respect. First things first, you need to be worthy of respect. And you're going to be worthy of respect through having things which are difficult to acquire. So first things first, the basic things, you need to be very focused on trying to make money, because people listen to you when you have money. They just do. Secondly, you need to be in fantastic physical condition, because when you're in fantastic physical condition, it cannot be bought. It must be earned. And people know that. When you're in, I don't know about you, if someone walked in to sell me something and they were obese, I would not trust them the same as if they were in fantastic physical shape. Because I'd say, I don't think you have dedication and heart. I don't think there's something about you that I just wouldn't trust you the same. So fantastic physical condition and money is the first thing. The second thing, whatever your ideas are, you need to learn how to communicate them. Speaking is a superpower in and of itself. You need to become a fantastic communicator. You need to be comfortable in all realms of communication. You need to be persuasive. You need to be comfortable arguing. You need to be good at debating. There's a lot of people out there in the world who have ideas that they can't even project into somebody else's mind. How are you gonna rule the world with that? How are you gonna get your ideas out there and make an influence if you can't make other people understand exactly what you think? That's the first thing. Second thing, once they understand exactly what you think, you need to make them agree with what you think. These are two different skills. Must be practiced and must be learned. If you're 20 years old and you want to change the world, you need to be having endless debates, endless, without resorting to name calling, not on Twitter like a dummy, in person. And you need to come across in a way that people agree with you. We can go back quickly and talk about the red pill. The difference between me when I talk to girls on these panel shows and every other guy when they talk to girls on these panel shows is, when I'm done, all the girls want me. Watch them. Watch the shows. I say the same thing, and by the end, the chicks are in love with me, as opposed to saying the same thing and the chicks thinking I'm a dickhead. That's the difference. I project my ideas and I make them agree with my ideas to a point where they're like texting me afterwards. I'm not saying anything different. It's how I'm communicating it. You can catch more flies with honey than hurting people sometimes. So you need to be good at everything. You need to have a Swiss Army knife of tools. I know when to be intimidating or aggressive. I know when to come across as obtuse. I know when to come across as exceptionally open-minded and easy to understand. I know when to come across as understanding. I know all these things. This all has to be practiced. And a lot of it is, communication. I would say, if you're going to say to a 20-year-old who's truly exceptional and driven, I'd say you need to become a master communicator. Because once you can do that, you can do anything. And that fixes all the other problems, right? We talk about making money. If you're a master communicator, you do fantastic in sales. Yep. You'll kill sales. Yep. You'll absolutely destroy sales if you're a master communicator. Not many people know this, but I used to sell windows. And I'd say to go sell windows. It's the one to sell your sales job. Have windows. This master is not necessarily be said. You're all anyway. I mean, you're not the emotional trigger. And your you also need it. It doesn't always come with age. It comes with life lived. I had a guy message me. This is a long time ago when I used to reply to my own emails. Too big now. But he said, I don't have any stories. My life's boring. I said, bro, where do you live? He said, Madrid. I said, bro, ride the train from Madrid to St. Petersburg. Ride the train from Madrid to Vladivostok. Do the Trans-Siberian Railway. Cost you like $300. He goes, oh, but what if I get robbed? Exactly! That's exactly the point! What if you get robbed? Now you have a story. Maybe you'll die, maybe you won't. But you have a story. Don't bring your watch. If you got a Rolex, no one wants to rob you anyway. Don't worry about it. You're a brokey. Get on the train. There has to be that degree of risk to even have a story, because when you have a story, then you can communicate the story. You can't be an empty vessel either. So when you say you're telling me how I build this 20-year-old into a super soldier. Yeah, he has to be a master communicator, but he also has to do things which are risky. Risk has value intrinsically linked to it, intrinsically. This is why people, when you do risky things, people want to hear the story. Your coolest stories involve risk. Something went wrong, this could have happened, I almost I made it out. Without these risks, you haven't got it. So I would say to the 20-year-old, do what I did. Get in the cage. Get in the ring. Knock someone out. Get knocked out. Train hard. Fighting will teach you everything you need to know about life. You'll learn everything about who you truly are. You'll learn if you're a coward or not. You'll learn everything about perseverance and hard work and dedication. Everything about being underappreciated. You learn everything about fear. You learn all of it.
All right. All right, so let's break this down, right? And I'm going to tell you a little bit of story about Tate here, He spent his 20s living in girl's house, fighting, living in girl's house, fighting. Girls was paying for his food. Okay. You want to live a life at your age of 20, you should be your height of your capabilities, your height of your testosterone level. Kings and queens, every single day you wake up, you're fucking hard. Trust me, you are hard. When you wake up, you're hard. That should just tell you that this testosterone, and as you age, your testosterone level goes down. Always want you to remember this. As you age, testosterone will go down. As you age, your testosterone will go down. What that means is that you will not have the energy no more. It will be so bad. Can you imagine? It would be so bad. Like, like when you go to your 20s, like your testosterone, you wake up and you don't even see it's hard anymore, you know. So why don't you go out right now and do the thing you like to do? You're in the height of your capability to ride the train, to like go to your nearest, to get knocked out and then and knock people out. You learn the lessons, like bro, like that's what I'm thinking right now, that what the fuck, like what the hell am I doing with my life? Because you need to live a life so you can tell that I lived a life, because you have this testosterone, you have this energy right now which you'll not have later on. And man, that's the best way I can explain, is that your testosterone level goes down. So you know, make sure that you do the thing when you have this testosterone level in you. Okay, let's listen to something else now. He had a great one though.
I guess, seem pretty lost and they don't really know which direction to go in. What would you offer to those guys? Have you got any advice for 21-year-olds who, I guess, seem pretty lost and they don't really know which direction to go in? What would you offer to those guys in terms of advice?
Oh, I've got loads of pieces of advice. Loads. If you don't know what to do, don't go to university.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. If you know what you want to do and you need a university degree to do it,
I don't really like him.
To me, especially like
This one is great.
young people, a lot of men say to me, especially like, what's fun? And I'm saying, doing what you're supposed to do and fulfilling your duty and being proud of yourself is fun. That's the only fun you need. You don't need the fun of trying to chase all this garbage and this hedonism and this black hole. That doesn't lead anywhere.
Did you do that for a while?
For a while, yeah, certainly.
So did I.
In your 20s, right?
You have to.
Yeah.
Until you get to a point where you realize, okay, this is never going to end. Am I going to continue to go down this path, or am I going to turn around and just skip it all?
Right.
Because it only ends badly. And I think that's also one of the problems with Western society, where the youth are obsessed with fun. If you look at other societies, the youth are not so obsessed with what's fun today. What's fun now? I need fun now. I'm bored. I want fun. You know, they're overstimulated, whatever it is. They're also selfish. They're also self-obsessed with how they feel. This teaching a whole society and teaching a large contingent of the youth that how they feel plays paramount over the world. If you feel sad, that's all that matters. Not, well, I feel sad, but it doesn't matter because I'm doing the right thing. I feel depressed or I feel stressed, but it doesn't matter because I'm dedicating myself. No. What matters is how you feel right now, which means they only want to be happy all the time. And if you're going to only chase happiness and you don't have any particular skills, you're going to end up just chasing hedonism, and this is where you end up. And it's insanity. I think one of the largest tenets of masculinity for the largest period of human time is ignoring how you feel and doing what you're supposed to do because you're supposed to do it. We feel things, but jobs must be done, whether we are happy or sad. And this is also disappearing from the world. I'm stressed probably 6 days a week. I'm pissed off 6 days a week.
You gotta remember, he's on the like age in his 40 and stuff, right? So like what he's saying about the 20 years old is that you gotta live up to it, you know, like there was one
in your later
Proper meaning and purpose for you.
Kate, how do you spend your 20s? Kickboxing. Eating, sleeping, coming up.
that's it.
You say, Kate, how do you spend your 20s? Kickboxing. Eating, sleeping, becoming a world level combatant athlete, fucking some hoes, trying to get rich. What did you do in your 20s? Oh, you know, I was working and Netflix. People don't do anything. Netflix, level combatant athlete, fucking some hoes, trying to get rich. What did you do in your 20s? Oh, you know, I was working and Netflix. People don't do anything.
That's it, man. That's it. Even I didn't see this video before. Because remember, we gotta remember something, right? So what we gotta remember is when we grow old, right? I don't know what the hell is this. Yeah, what you gotta remember is that when we grow old, we'll not have this testosterone we just talked about. You wanna fuck, you won't be, it'll not even go up. It'll not even go up because right now is the time to do it. So fucking get it, guys. I'm telling you, this is the age if you wanna get a girl. Okay, we're gonna have to talk about now how to get a girl. Okay, so this is gonna be another topic. So this is the thing that you wanna do. Okay. In your 20s. So here.
You say Kate, how do you spend your 20s? Kickboxing.
Kickboxing.
Eating, sleeping, becoming a world level combatant athlete.
Because you have the energy when you're young.
Fucking some hoes. Trying to be rich.
That's it.
What did you do in your 20s? Oh, when you're always working and Netflix.
Nope. That's not. So you know what? I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna have to make it fucking on the very top right there. Okay. This one needs to be on the front page. Now, what did you learn? In your 20s. In your 20s, you need kickboxing. Check mark. You need eating. Check mark. Sleep. Check mark. Eat, sleep, and fucking. Okay? So your 20s needs to be like this kind of things because you know what? And most of the people's life is working and eating, working and what is it called? Working and just Netflix, which is not gonna satisfy you. You're gonna do the same shit like eating, like working and kickboxing. Yeah, it's in your 30s when you grow old, but right now you have the time. So why don't you go out and get in phenomenal shape? Because whatever you put into your body, like in your 20s, is gonna carry you for the rest of your life. If you build yourself like a jacked one, it'll carry you for the rest of your life. So kickboxing or going to the gym is always going to be great. And so I'm actually going to go into the gym like in about 10 minutes. Okay, so you got to do kickboxing, you got to do eating, you got to be sleeping, and you got to be fucking. You got to go out and talk to the girls. You know, bro, like don't spend your time like just work and then you don't have time for these things because you know there is reason for it because there is age for it. In your 20s, when you go, this is your 20s, right? Like when you go 30s, you'll definitely have to just work and Netflix. That will just be your life. That will just be your life. But right now you have the time, G. You have the time and you have the inspiration. So you gotta go hard. You gotta go hard and do the things that you have always wanted to do. Because when you grow old, as I said, you know, you'll not have this time and energy to do these things. Like so why don't you go out? Like how many girls did you approach? How many girls like do you have a girlfriends or not? Like you need these things in life. Otherwise you'll never if you don't fuck around. Like in this age, you'll miss out. If you don't fuck around at this age, like when you grow old, do you think you'll be able to fuck around? No. This is the time to do it. Guys, one sec. Give me a second. That's it. Okay, so I've learned this. So let's see what else we can find.
Anger is the most powerful force.
People don't do anything.
Respect. And you're going to be worthy of respect through.
So if you had a teenage university or in his 30s, but he's like looking for a little direction, how do you start off, get centered to become successful, you know, get money, get bitches? Like what would you tell them?
I can answer that question in so many different ways. Mm-hmm. There's like 10 different answers I can give. But I think truthfully in the world we're living in now, I use this analogy a lot. Maybe I overuse it. But you need to find a way to some degree to escape the matrix. And I say the matrix because the matrix, the way it is designed.
And you're not just talking shit because you've actually done that.
I've escaped the matrix.
Yeah.
I've literally escaped the matrix in nearly every form. So any form of oppression no longer applies to me. I can't be canceled. No, I can say what I want. My finances are secure. I've escaped the matrix. And when I talk about the matrix, it primarily applies to men because men are the backbone of the slave force. We always have been and always will be. And unfortunately now, if you're a law-abiding man inside the matrix, your future and the life that is laid out for you is nothing but depressing. You're going to go to school, you're going to get in debt, you're going to get a job, you're going to get a wife, divorce is coming, you're going to lose the house eventually, your job's shit, inflation's outpacing your wages, you're going to work, no one's going to appreciate it, now you're old and your life's over. That is the matrix for 99% of men. And you need to lose it. You're going to go to school, you're going to get in debt, you're going to get a job, you're going to get a wife, divorce is coming, you're going to lose the house eventually, your job's shit, inflation's outpacing your wages, you're going to work, no one's going to appreciate it, now you're old and your life's over. That is the matrix for 99% of men. And you need to find a way to escape it. And I guess I was kind of fortunate from a young age. I always knew that the matrix was coming and that the system is designed to oppress. The people who make the rules do not make the rules for the benefit of us. They make the rules for the benefit of the people who make the rules. And I knew that. And I think every person intrinsically knows that. Like if it's 4 a.m. and you're sitting in a gas station and a Lambo pulls up, you're probably thinking drug dealer or criminal. You're not thinking, oh, he definitely went to school. The system is absolutely broken. It's designed to oppress. And that the majority of people who stick to the rules are going to lose. I don't want to sit here on a podcast that goes out to this many people and encourage anyone to break the law in any form.
Of course.
But the idea of the law-abiding citizen has been decimated in real time. In the last 3 years ago, you could stand there and proudly say, I'm a law-abiding citizen. The last 2 years, if they have not taught you that being a law-abiding citizen is going to turn you nothing into a fucking experiment for Big Pharma, then you're an idiot. You can no longer obey the law. And I'm not saying you have to break the law, but you need to find a way to do what the elites do, which is bend the law.
Yeah.
You can no longer sit there and go, I'm just going to follow the rules and it's going to be okay. No, it isn't. And if you're a man, it's your job to find a way to not be sticking to those rules enough to escape the matrix and become free. Because what's actually most crazy about this period of history is that it's actually the easiest time in human history to become rich. And the reason for that is because there's so...
All right, so we kind of got into a different conversation, but I'm just gonna keep it for real. So basically, what I've learned here is that our life is very predictable, right? So you go, you work, you do this. Like we don't want to have this boring conversation right now. But what I'm trying to say is that live your 20s, guys. You only have it once. The energy, you heal like Wolverine. You can go all day, all night, and still come back strong. Energy is the most currencies. All the job you see when you go to a job, you're not actually working. You are giving your energy. That's why you feel drained after. Energy is a currencies. And in your 20s, you have unlimited. Don't waste it. Go up to the girl. Don't watch porn. Go up and talk to that girl and then bring her out of your home and then do whatever you want to do. These is how you should be living in your 20s, like building stuff, getting experience for yourself and living up to it, man. Don't listen to your parents because their lifestyle is not aligning with you. Like this is real talk. You want to live a life, one day everybody's gonna die. Just live your life, do the thing you have always wanted to done. Like get the greatest colognes, like try to be who you want to be, man. And man, life goes so fast, and I don't want you to have regret when you go in your 20s and looking back, thinking all the things you could have done. Do it now. Take care, guys.